influences demand. When the taste, when the fashion changes, the demand for the current product decreases, and the new fashionable product, the demand for new fashionable product increases. So taste and fashion also influences the demand. Children, our fifth point is consumer expectations. Consumers expectations. Now, sometimes demand also increases or decreases because of consumers' expectations. If consumers are expecting that there will be an increase in the price of particular product in future, so consumer starts holding the goods. They start purchasing just because of holding the goods. In that case, the demand of that product will increase. And if the consumers are expecting that the price will decrease in future, they will restrict their buying, they will stop buying, they will wait for the decrease in price. In that case, the demand for that product will decrease. So consumer expectations also affects the demand. Now, sixth point is consumer credit facilities. Now children, consumer credit facilities, how it affects demand. If the credit facilities given to consumers will be easy and will be reasonable means if the reasonable interest is charged on credit, then what will happen? It will increase the demand, because consumers are now able to buy the goods with the help of credit. They will get credit easily with reasonable terms and condition. They will buy the product. Now the product is on their reach. They will buy the product easily. So in this way, the demand for the commodities will increase. Now the next point is size of population. Children, size of population also increases or decreases the demand. Now, a country having large population will have large demand or big demand. A country which have less population will have less demand. Suppose in our city, when Kumbh Mela or Magh Mela, when in our city Kumbh Mela or Magh Mela comes in the month of January or February, the demand for the daily items increases. Why it increases? Because the population in that time of the city also increases. So with the increase in population, the demand increases, and with the decrease in population, the demand decreases. Now, our next point is government policy. Children, demand also affects with the change in government policy. If the government policy is in the favor of consumer, the demand will increase, or if it is not in the favor of consumer, the demand will decrease. Suppose the rate of GST is increased by the government. The rate of GST, goods and service tax, is increased by the government. What will be the effect of this change? It will increase the price of the product. Now, when it will increase the price of the product, the demand for commodities will decrease. So, the government policy, the decisions taken by the government also affects the demand. Now, these were the 8 determinants, 8 main points by which the demand of products, demand of commodities either increases or decreases. Let's have a quick revision. Price of the commodity, price affects the demand. An increase in price means decrease in demand. A decrease in price means an increase in demand. Income of consumer, in case of income of consumer, we consider 2 types of goods, normal goods and inferior goods. For normal goods, an increase in demand, an increase in income means increase in demand, decrease in income means decrease in demand. But for inferior goods, an increase in income means decrease in demand, and a decrease in income means increase in demand. Price of related goods. Children, I told you related goods are of two kinds. They are substitute goods and complementary goods. So when the price of related goods changes, the demand for other goods also changes, which is related to the good. Taste and fashion. This was also one of the most important determinant, because as the taste of the consumer or the fashion of the society changes, the demand for the current products also changes. Consumers' expectation. This was also one of the determinant. If the consumer is expecting rise in price, they will demand more. If the consumers are expecting fall in price in future, they will demand less. Consumer credit facilities. Consumer credit facilities. If consumer credit facility is in the favor of consumer, it will increase demand. If it is not in favor of consumer, it will decrease the demand. Size of population. An increase in population means increase in demand, decrease in population means decrease in demand. And the last one was government policy. I told you, children, here also, if the policies made by the government are in the favor of consumer, it will increase the demand, and if it is not in the favor of consumer, it will decrease the demand. So these are all determinants of demand, the factors by which demand affects, the factor which increases or decreases the demand. So this is for today, children. In the next video, we will continue with the further topics. Okay, thank you, children.